your second day.
Day 2.
From chemo yesterday. It was your first chemo treatment ever.
Yes.
And how'd that go?
It was fine. I sat there in my recliner with my laptop in my lap, and I worked basically through it. I was there for about 2.5 hours. Really kind of crazy. It was just easy peasy,
Yeah, as easy as chemo is. But really, you suffered no particular effects while you were there.
No, I didn't have any side effects while I was there. I ate a couple snacks. I drank water the whole time. I was fine.
Yeah. And then let's see. So I picked you up. You came home, and we both, continued to work. What was your first side effect that you recall?
In the car, the air conditioner blowing on my face, and I noticed my lips were tingly. So I'm supposed to have, I can have a reaction to cold water, cold surfaces. So I just moved the air vent, and I was fine after that.
And they specifically told you about the cold water. What are you supposed to watch out for there?
I'm supposed to be careful and drink basically room temperature water because cold water can cause my throat to spasm. And if you're not aware of it or somebody's not aware of it, I can't speak while that happens. And I look like I'm choking, and I'm not. The nurse said to just make sure everybody knows and be aware that I just need to relax. It will pass. Everything will calm down. Sometimes people freak out and someone calls 911 on them because they look like they're choking. And of course your throat's spasming, so I can't tell you I'm okay, just give me a minute, but we just need to be aware of that. So my water bottles are all out on the counter now. I don't have any of them out of the fridge, and I actually have added warm tap water to my glass of water just to make sure that it's not cold.
Right. Okay. You had just one little. I think you took a sip or something. I remember you saying your throat tingled a bit. But
I could feel like just a slight little flutter, and it does. It feels like your throat is swollen, and it feels like when you have a sore throat and everything's kind of touching. That's what I felt.
Really? Okay.
And then it went away, and so that's why I started adding the warm tap water to it to avoid that. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Okay. And then let's see. So then today, that was the only issue last night?
That was the only thing that happened. My jaw.
Oh.
This was one that no one warned me about, and I will have to talk to the nurse about it to see if it's common. I was eating a piece of cheese, didn't think about it, and when I first bit into it, I had just the sudden pain where the jaw hinges on your face, and automatically it hurt that I wanted to push pressure on it just to stop it. After the first couple of bites, it went away. And later on, I went to eat a boiled egg. Same thing, but I left it out for a while so it would be at room temperature. I don't know if it's because it was still a little chilled or what, but that was the only reaction to it. Tonight when I had dinner, though, the dinner was straight out of the frying pan, and ate it, and it didn't happen at all. So I don't know if it's the temperature of the food or what.
Did it happen earlier today at all, or no? Like when you woke up?
Yeah, when I went to eat my boiled egg this morning.
But that was slightly cold? I mean, you took it out of the fridge, but you let it sit out for a while.
Yeah, I let it sit out for a while, but it still was. And I peeled it and I ran it under hot water, and then I sat it on the counter for a little bit. But I don't know. It was still a little chilled to the touch, I guess.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to tell if it's the coolness or you're just waking up and it's the first sort of bite down motion. I mean, but you were able to talk. There's no pain there. Just in that initial, and it's the kind of initial bite, not every bite, and you kind of massage it out, or that may or may not have any effect on it. But
no, but it hurts, so you touch it. You know, yeah.
Okay. So then this morning you wake up, and other than the jaw issue, you have, I think, 2 more slight issues.
And my eyes are really dry, which they expect dry skin. They tell you make sure that you lotion really well. You can have really dry eyes. Some people can get nosebleeds because everything is very drying, I guess, with the chemo treatment. My eyes were very, very dry. It felt like my eyelids were like glued, and I could feel them felt like they were scraping. So I walked around with eye drops, and I didn't even put contacts in today. I walked around with my eye drops and just kept using them. At some point this afternoon, it kind of went away. Like right now, they're fine. But most of the morning, they were that way.
And I guess it bears just mentioning that this is the 3rd, I think, of December in San Diego. So we have a dry climate. In fact, we looked at the humidity in our little meter that we have in the house, and it said 16%. That's with the windows open. Just a normal day for us in San Diego. Other parts of the country and the world could have far greater humidity. So we're kind of dry. Both of us get sort of dry skin just as a result of that. But I didn't have that same level of dry effect that you did. So I'm assuming that is the chemo and not just a little cooler weather in San Diego.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And then you had something else. What was the other?
I was sniffly and sneezing. I was yesterday when I came home. I wasn't really at the hospital when I was having the first set of chemo treatment. I guess we didn't say. I came home with a bag of chemo that I had to wear. I have to wear for 46 hours. So a lot of these things happened after they did this one. I don't know if it's directly related to this one or just the cumulative effect of both of them. But yeah, I was very sniffly and sneezy, which was strange because I thought, everything would kind of dry out and that wouldn't happen. But last night definitely woke up sneezing a lot. Didn't sleep real well last night, but then they gave me a steroid before they started the chemo treatment, and she told me that I could probably have insomnia last night and not tonight. But I think too I was nervous because I had to sleep with this thing. It looks like a little mini football originally, and I was real nervous I was going to roll over on it or pull it out or something because it's connected to my arm. So I didn't sleep real well last night. We'll see how I do tonight. Yeah. So I don't really think that my being tired today is a side effect of getting the treatment. I think it's just from being nervous that I was going to accidentally pull it out.
Yeah. Okay. So overall, day two is good.
It was good. I worked all day. I made breakfast this morning. I cooked dinner tonight. So doing all of the same things. I took the trash out earlier. I'm doing all the same things I normally would do in a normal day. So far it hasn't really changed a whole lot. I'm hoping that it'll continue to do this. But it's progressive as there's more chemo and chemicals being put in my body. I'm sure day 30 isn't going to be the same as day 2. But
right. And you have your chemo football until tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 10 a.m.
And we get to take that out.
We do.
And that would be the last of the sort of continuous flow of chemical. But I don't know. Today's your second day basically of chemo out of a 3-day cycle for per one treatment.
Right.
And then we'll pick up again 2 weeks. But if day 2 is indicative of how you're going to feel, then day 3, because you only have until 10 o'clock in the morning, you're asleep most of that time.
Would start wearing out of my body. I don't know enough of it to even be able to give anybody an indication of how that works.
Right. So we'll play it by ear. But overall,
it's a good day.